Well, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever your current life situation is. Hello, YouTube. This is Jeffrey Kite back again with another episode of Kite's Curiosities. Going to do a comic book review video today of this trade paperback I picked up recently at Ollie's. I got this for $2.99. I think this is one of the older ones that had been on the shelves for quite a while because I don't see nothing for $2.99 anymore. It's always $3.99 and up. But this is a Weirdworld from what year? About 2023, 2010. Let's see. And let's see here. 2015, excuse me. It is right there. First print in 2015. It may say 2016 right here, but right there, first print. But 2015, I thought it was newer than that. But I must be thinking about the other series that came out after this. But at any rate, pretty good little book here. This collects right here issues 1 through 5 of Weirdworld, which is something about a Marvel tie-in to War Zones or something. I don't know. I'm not really into all those crossovers and that kind of thing. I like clean, nice, simple storylines you can collect and read and enjoy yourself. But tell you a little bit about this. This details a story. The main character is this guy named Arkan. And Arkan, he is from this land called Polymachus, Polemachus. And I thought that was kind of interesting because Polemarchus, Polemarchus, was the name of this ancient Greek philosopher who got murdered by a group called the 30 Tyrants. Now, the 30 Tyrants, just to give you some world history here, the 30 Tyrants was a group of men that briefly ruled Athens, Greece, after the Peloponnesian War. And the Peloponnesian War, of course, is when the Spartans went up against the Athenians. Spartans won, took them over, and then that group of 30 tyrants was put together to draft a new constitution. Well, they kind of went crazy. They murdered 5% of Athens' population and just went wild with it. So I don't know if the writer of this series, Jason Aaron, kind of took some of that story and some of that history and tied it in to this Arkan character and his search for the lost world, his lost home of Polymachus. And but anyway, the story is about this guy Arkan, and Arkan is searching for his home. There's a good shot of Arkan right there. And he's looking for his home, but he's trapped in this world he's lost in this world called Weirdworld. Now, how he got to Weirdworld, I don't really know, but as I read this story, I kind of have my theories about it, and you will too if you pick this up and read it. But it's the typical sword and sorcery book. Goes on an adventure, and he's battling monsters and things. I have some of the art inside of it. He's battling monsters, going up against creatures and different things. He's just trying to find his way home, and he's working his way through Weirdworld. Well, he meets up with the guy. Let's see. Yeah, there's a good shot of it. He meets up with a guy, and they forge a partnership, forge an alliance, but the alliance breaks down, and Arkan, he's a loner. Well, I'm going to go about it alone, and just, starts all his adventures, and just finds himself into a quandary, one thing after another. He meets up with somebody who's trying to kill him. They go into a battle, and in fact, the person trying to kill him is an old Bronze Age sword and sorcery kind of guy, superhero type thing, and it was quite a pleasant surprise to see him make an appearance in this story. But anyway, the alliance that he forges earlier in the book, like all other sword and sorcery stories, the alliance picks back up and they go to battle, have this big, huge Armageddon type battle at the end. Let's see if I can get you a shot of that. Yes, there we go. I have a big battle at the end. Look at that. It's just wild. And the ending is kind of weird, but it should be because it's entitled Weirdworld. But it's a fairly clean resolution, and you just kind of have to use your noodle a little bit and kind of take the background of the story that you've read and put some things together to, kind of fully appreciate the resolution of the story at the end. I thought it was very well written. It was written by a guy named Jason Aaron. Now, Jason Aaron, he's the guy that created that story, Scout. And he's also did some other work for Marvel. He worked on Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Thor, and the Avengers. And the art is done by this guy right here, Mike Del Mundo. And Mike Del Mundo, he's worked on titles like The Avengers, Elektra, Immortal Hulk. And he's pretty good now. The art in here, as y'all saw, it's pretty good. He is a 2013 Joe Shuster Award winner for Best Cover Artist. He was Best Cover Artist that year, according to the people that do the Shuster Awards. I mean, just really nice art. It just really puts you in the story and just kind of just really captivates your imagination and your thoughts and your eyes and just all that good stuff. It just all works together really well. All in all, I think on Goodreads, I think this gets about a 3.5 or 3.6. I thought it was really good. The art's good. The story's pretty good. It's not hard to get into. It's not hard to work your way through. Although I did have to read chapter 4 in here, which would be book 4 in the series. But I had to read it twice. But I think because the first time I read it, I was about half asleep. And so I couldn't remember much about it. So I went back and read it again. And I was like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. So make sure you're alert and you're in a good state of consciousness before you read this, because it's got some twists and turns, but it's not hard to follow. Not hard to follow at all. Highly recommend it. Y'all go out, pick it up if you see it. I think it's on Amazon too, so that's it. That's my review of this story here. Have y'all read this story? Tell me what y'all think down in the comments. Those of y'all who've read this story. I've seen some reviews on YouTube about it, but they're several years old. It's 2015 story, so it's about 10 years old, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. So tell me what you think down in the comments. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Till next time, y'all take care now. Have a good one. Bye.